So next question, geological structure has a dominant control on landforms and is reflected on them. Discuss here the term geological structure has been used in the widest sense and it includes not only rock types, foldings and faulting, unconformity, mode of stratification of rocks, etc., but also the hardness and stratification of rocks, etc., but also the hardness, permeability and solubility of rocks. The structure influences not only the major outlines of relief, but even micro relief features and landforms bear the imprint of the rocks and their character of stratification. It is true that the difference in structure and nature of rocks have an important bearing on the rate of weathering and erosion of the Earth's crust, and as a result of the various processes operate with different intensity in the different regions, but climate conditions, local temperature and precipitation, soil humidity, vegetation cover, etc., also influence the rate of activity of the process. On the basis of principles, there are three important conclusions can be derived. The structural features of rocks and are much older than the landforms developed on them, and in general the landforms are much younger than the structures on which they have developed. The geomorphic forms can be understood only in terms of dynamic relationship between structure and process. On account of differences in structure, local and regional differences are found in the intensity of the process. In areas of different rocks, most of the relief features on the Earth's surface owe their origin or to the differential rates in operation of various processes. So when water penetrates underground along the joints in limestone areas, solution of underground rocks lead to the formation of underground gullies and caverns, and water carves out underground channels for its flow. The metamorphic rocks are relatively harder and more concentrated than other kinds of rocks, and therefore not easily liable to weathering and erosion. Slates, gneisses, quartzites, schist, and other rocks differ up from hills, mountains, and high plateaus. The igneous rocks are formed inside the earth and appear on the surface after the upper softer layer of rocks has been denuded. Granite is usually found in large areas in great masses. Granite usually from domes of granite and gneiss are quite common in the Chota Nagpur Plateau and in the plateau of peninsular India generally. So the edge of all such massive rocks such as gabbro, gneiss, etc. breaks easily, and consequently the landforms produced by them are usually rounded. Sandstone is a highly permeable or porous rocks. On the contrary, shale is an impermeable rock. In sandstone areas, most of the rainfall seeps underground and surface flow is less. Consequently, in such areas there are fewer rivers and the number of tributary streams is few. The river valleys are shallow. On the contrary, in areas covered by shale and surface flow is more, a river has several tributaries and the valleys are deep and well formed. The permeability of rocks also depends on the joints and bedding planes, and much water is able to penetrate underground with their help in rocks like granites, gneiss, and limestone, and then they become liable to denudation with comparative ease. Some rocks are soluble. For example, limestone dissolves easily in water mixed with carbon dioxide. So thank you.